Heimat von Weizsäcker. The visit was an extraordinary event, Weizsäcker said. Herzog described it as a moving event, which for him carried a historic responsibility. He was surprised that...
We live in a world of messages. Everybody has a message for us. These messages pour in 24 hours a day over dozens of television and radio stations. From Toronto, Detroit, New York, Los Angeles, Vancouver. We spend hours every day with Blake and Crystal, Mac and Rachel, J.R. and Sue Ellen, Pam and Bobby, Chase and Maggie, Karen and Mac. We have more news than anybody in the history of the world. Bombings, hijackings, starvation, elections, space explorations, plane crashes, and killer diseases. The technology is overpowering. Satellites in space, Earth stations, CBC, CTV, ABC, CBS, NBC, PBS, superstations, VCRs in practically every home. This is the big scene that we have now come to take for granted. But up to quite recently, most Newfoundlanders received only one or at most two television stations. Reception was poor in many areas. The scene has changed overnight. The introduction of cable television brought 10 or 12 channels, first to the larger centers and more recently to the smaller communities in rural Newfoundland and Labrador. In 1987, there were 41 cable operators in the province. Two of these operators owned several outlets, but the vast majority were licensed to serve only 1, 2, or 3 communities. The arrival of cable in Newfoundland presented new possibilities to communities being invaded with messages coming mostly from the United States and Central Canada. It was the possibility of community-produced television programming, television by the people and for the people. Many people have already experimented with local programming. For some communities, local TV takes the form of a public bulletin board, available to all groups that have a message for the public. Other communities have gone beyond the notice board and have taped public events, such as parades, concerts, or public meetings. Some talented individuals have had the chance to compete with Willie Nelson or Waylon Jennings for the attention of viewers.
Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose. Nothing left, that's all she left for me. But the jury, they found me guilty, and the judge, he wrote it down.
Storm they come, dream they come.
In many communities, the message is clear. Local programming is popular programming. Local entertainment is good entertainment. Community television invites us to become active users of television, not just passive viewers.
We got a lot of support. The whole town is right behind us, and personally, I'm all excited and raring to go. I think that we needed some rejuvenation, and we certainly got it at this.
You've got to have new blood. You have to have new ideas, and you have to have other people to come sometimes to give you a kick in the pants and make sure that you don't fall down on the job. And I think that this community TV brought out leadership in people that they themselves didn't even think they had.
Community television invites us to become active users of television, not just passive viewers. The community channel can be a mirror through which the community views itself.
Hopefully we succeeded in informing you on various issues, but you made it a Buckins event. No one in this town thought they were watching television. Everyone was watching Buckins, which made all the difference in the last 3 days. So as Sandy said, that energy has got to be taken from here. We've got to take that energy and show the people elsewhere who you are, what we are, and that we're going to be here for a while.
A community group calling themselves Gander Area Local Television has provided coverage of the local municipal elections. Assisted by Memorial University Extension Service, the town of Buckens ran a 3-day televised forum to discuss the future of the community. This event brought the whole community together as 98% of the town watched the proceedings on television. Many joined in the discussions by way of a phone-in. Their voices were heard on air.
Hello, you're on the air.
Hello, Mr. O'Keefe.
Yes, sir.
I'd like to thank you on behalf of myself and the wife for our congratulations on our anniversary last night.
Hello?
Yes, regarding the penitentiary coming to Buckens, I was wondering if the people of Buckens, how would they have any say in the penitentiary coming?
And on the Burin Peninsula, people were encouraged to participate in municipal elections through a series of locally produced tapes. These tapes were transmitted in 9 communities. Dialogue by telephone was an on-air feature.
Autographs. Hello?
Roger, I have a question for Councillor Kate.
Yes?
But I asked her what she intends to do about the horses after the next election.
The full potential of community television has yet to be realized. How could local television be used in your community? To promote dialogue between community groups? Could it be used as a tool to solve some problems? What are some of the issues in your community today? Will providing more information about these issues and having people discuss them on air suggest some answers? How can you use local television as a means to community growth and development? These are exciting developments. But how do you get started on the road to community television? Perhaps there is a group or committee in your community right now who could take up the challenge. If not, you may want to form a special committee to get the ball rolling. A key person in the process is the cable operator. He has responsibility for the programming that goes out over the system. He is also concerned that the equipment he makes available for community use is treated with care. You may also wish to have your committee membership aware of the regulations of the Canadian Radio, Television and Telecommunications Commission concerning community programming. Here are some other questions to consider. Can you identify people interested in learning about television who are willing to give the time needed to prepare programs for the community channel? Can you acquire basic production equipment such as a camera and a video recorder? In many places, the cable operator loans this equipment to community groups. If not, the price of such equipment keeps falling. In 1987, it sold at about $1,500. Does your local cable operator have a modulator which gives the community access to their own channel? If not, your interest and commitment might encourage him to acquire one. The cost of such equipment is about $1,000. Many communities have already taken up the challenge of community television. For others, the challenge lies ahead. But in any event, the technology has arrived that will enable us to add our voices and our messages to the constant stream of television signals that help shape our thinking. What level of involvement will you choose? Some will be content to remain passive consumers of American and Central Canadian television programming. But others will want a piece of the action, a chance to participate in creating an alternate type of television, a television that speaks to Newfoundland and Labrador rural communities in ways that cannot be matched by major television networks.